What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Geeks and Company. My name is JS, and today we're doing a little bit of a follow-up today on a previous video that I did actually a couple of years ago now, where we were talking about season 4 of Discovery and how absolutely horrible season 4 of Discovery was. Now, obviously, season 5 of Discovery is now out, or at least the first two episodes of season 5 of Discovery are now. Now, I wasn't planning on watching. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't planning on watching season 5 of Discovery, guys. I think everybody that knows me knows that I am a hardcore Trekkie. I love Star Trek. I've been a Trekkie since I was a kid. I remember watching, the original, well, not the original, but the Next Generation back in the 80s and 90s. The originals, I wasn't around for the originals. I saw those as reruns when I was a kid. But that's really where my love for Star Trek began. Now, when Discovery came along, and I'm not going to go back over this whole story. If you want to get my complete thoughts on Star Trek Discovery, please go back and check the previous couple videos I did. I think it goes without saying, I have not been a fan of this show. Overall, I find that the writing has been very, very poor. The people that write this show don't seem to really understand what it means to actually be in a command position, in a leadership position. There's a lot of crying. There's a lot of dealing with my emotions. Even the goddamn ship has emotions now. So, you know what? All that to say, I've not been a fan of Star Trek Discovery. I will say this, though. The first two seasons I enjoyed. The first season wasn't the best, but it was okay. It was a good start. There was a good new cast of characters. Season 2 was by far the best of Discovery. The best Discovery had to offer came in season 2, and that is, of course, when the cast of Strange New Worlds was introduced, or I should say the crew of the Starship Enterprise was introduced, came along and joined the Discovery. They went on missions. We got to meet Captain Pike. We got to meet Spock. We got to meet Number One, et cetera, et cetera. That was all fantastic. And then it went downhill from there. Season 3 was, I feel like we got hustled into season 3. By the time you figure out what's going on, it's like, wait, what? Like, you made me watch this whole season of life and death in the universe and everything coming to an end because a kid is crying. Listen, it was a weird, weird, weird season. Again, no character development. You don't even know who the cast and crew are at this point in season 3. I asked a question for people to name me the bridge crew of the Discovery, and nobody could name me the bridge crew. This is after 3 seasons, guys. After 3 seasons, we still didn't know who the bridge crew of Discovery was. So anyway, again, I don't want to make a long story about it. I am not a fan. I was told, hey, guy, you know what? You absolutely have to at least watch the first episode of season 5. It's a very Trek episode. It's an action-packed episode. So I figure, you know what? All right, fine. Let's go check out episode 1 of season 5. Now, I want to start right off the bat with a couple points that I thought were absolutely ridiculous in this episode. For one, the Michael Burnham superhero complex is still very much there. I mean, for crying out loud, she rides the top of a ship in a spacesuit as that ship goes to warp. Yeah. Like, they've turned Michael Burnham into a superhero. Michael Burnham can do no wrong. Michael Burnham cannot fail. Michael Burnham will save the galaxy time over and time over again. Yeah, I don't know. I have a real issue with that character. They don't portray this character right at all, as far as I'm concerned. They want to make her all tough and badass, but it just comes across as Mary Sue. Anyway, again, I don't want to harp on what we've already known for 5 seasons now, or for 4 and a couple episodes. My real big issue with the episode came, I want to say, about 3/4 of the way through the episode, when they crashed 2 ships into a desert planet, into Tatooine. Funny enough, has 2 suns or 2 moons or whatever the case is. Like, we're literally in the Star Wars universe now, riding speeders in a desert planet. Anyway, that's not the problem. The problem is they literally crashed 2 ships saucer first into the fucking sand. to save a colony from a sand avalanche, and then the ships just lift off and fly away. I was like, wait, what? No damage to the ships? You just crashed 2 fucking starships on the planet. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Like, not the type of things that you would see from a typical Star Trek episode. Now, I will say this. Episode 1, called The Red Directive of Discovery Season 5, was actually not bad of an episode, if I'm being really honest. Probably the best episode of Star Trek Discovery we've had so far. Again, minus the stupid starship crashing into the planet. That was just absolutely dumb. But in terms of how the episode went and it being a Star Trek-y episode, yeah, it was actually a great episode. I found myself almost wanting to go and watch episode 2 right away, which is funny because I didn't even want to watch episode 1 in the first place. So I will say this, episode 1 has, I don't want to say turned my point of view on Discovery because I still think Discovery is an absolute piece of garbage of a Star Trek show. But episode 1 of season 5, I was pleasantly surprised. It's no season 3 of Picard. It's definitely no Strange New Worlds, but it's much more Trek than we've ever had. And I'm trying to not spoil the episode, guys. I don't want to really talk about what the problem is and what's going on, but I will say this without spoiling anything. My own thoughts about what is going on is this season of Discovery is going to be pointing us directly towards, I think, Section 31. There was a big Section 31 feel to this episode. There's a lot of secrecy going around, secret missions, red directives. You can't talk about it. Even the admiral doesn't know what's going on or what they're actually going after. So I think that this season 5 is going to be their way to link this to the Section 31 made for TV movie that is in production now. It's actually apparently, I think, main or primary or whatever they're called. The shooting, I think, is done now. So I can't wait for that. And I think they're going to imply a lot of stuff. They're going to try to lead us into that. This show is not only the final seasons of Discovery, but I think is going to be an introduction to this new Section 31 show. But that's just my thoughts. What do you guys think? Did you enjoy episode 1 of Discovery? I know a lot of you, like me, hated the previous seasons of Discovery because by the comments on those videos, it's clear to me that I'm not the only one hating Discovery. But did you give this episode a chance? If not, you should. Check it out. It might actually bring you back to wanting to watch at least the final season of Discovery. And here's another thing for the people that have quit long ago in season 2 or 3 or whatnot. If you haven't watched Discovery all the way through, give this episode a watch anyway. You might be a little bit lost as to who some of these characters are or where they are or what's going on, but it might be worth your time. It wasn't a waste of an hour for me. Again, hate the show, but this episode was actually pretty good. So I'm going to watch episode 2, see where that goes, or maybe I'll make another video here by the end of the season to let you guys know what I thought of season 5, the final season of Star Trek Discovery. I'm not expecting much. I'm not going to lie. I'm expecting this to take a turn for the worse, as it always does with Discovery. But we'll see. Episode 1 for me, probably a 7 out of 10, 6.5, 7 out of 10. Like, it was not a bad episode. I enjoyed it. I had fun. There was a lot of action. We got a new captain, which again, I won't spoil, but we got a new captain in the fold, which was fantastic. I think there's going to be a lot more interactions with him as well. Please let me know in the comments below what you think. Also, make sure you click that like and share button. It really, really helps us out. And if you're not already subscribed to our channel, what are you doing? We've got live podcasts every week right here on YouTube. We've got a cosplay PSA series of videos that is coming out every couple of weeks. We're going to do more rants like this. So make sure you click that subscribe button, and the notification bell will always let you know anytime we go live or upload a new video. But that will be it for this time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay geeky. We'll see you next time.